peace and abundance. Make sure y'all come on in, get your seats, get to your seats, get your notebooks out, get your drinks, get your snacks, get your sippy sip. This is Cosmic Mind UV. And you see what the title is. So give me a moment. Let me share this, share it around, and hopefully you'll share also. And then we're gonna get to it. Okay, Cosmic Mind UV. And as you can see, give me one more moment. I'm about to share on this phone. I got multiple devices, so I got to share. Just stay patient, and I'll be right back. And you know what I'm saying? Please share, subscribe, and support. And let's get into this. Let's get into it. You know what I mean? Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a moment. Un momento. All right, Cosmic Mind UV. We are back on track with no slack in the back. Hope all is well, man. Blessings. Hope all is well. Blessings, abundance, miracles, prosperity, all that great stuff. But now it's that space. You know what I mean? That time and space. Time doesn't exist. We'll do that a whole nother lie. Time versus space. But yeah, it's that space and time to talk about some serious business, serious trickle down effects from different perspectives and different fronts of an intellect, and different spiritual journeys and different intellectual perspectives, because you're gonna have so many different people on different levels that this port shutdown potentially will affect. These are the states and locations that it will potentially by October 1st affect. So in the spiritual or the more advanced, what they would call conspiracy theorists and stuff like that, the people that's been talking about this stuff for years, whether it's been as far as things with the weather or the climate change or da 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 da, whatever, just artificial clouds, etc. You see what I'm saying? People that have been talking about this stuff, it's now coming. It's here. You know what I'm saying? It's not coming. Nothing's on the way. Nothing's about to be nothing. Now you about to see. Now look, I'm gonna do my best to explain this in a lot of different ways. I salute and I'm happy for the workers, because this should be a prime example for workers. Hold on, let me turn this down because you got to hear this part real quick. Hold on, real slick and real quick. This should be an example for workers anywhere. Anybody of a work mentality. I just gotta pay bills. I'm insignificant to these jobs, or these jobs treat me like shit, or whatever it is. These companies, these corporations, these jobs, or these gigs, whatever. Now you seeing what real unification is about. Not a bunch. Yeah, the talking is great. The planning, the talking, the intellectual jargon, the all of the stuff that people offer intellectual. But when it's time, when it's that space to get to that action, is it gonna be enough people, enough beings that's gonna stand out? See, it's not gonna affect the company if it's only 2 people that go on strike. People at their jobs or gigs right now, you probably can't get one other person to go on strike with you for just overall whatever it is, better pay, better benefits, better, more hours, whatever. See, if you were more into business, that's why we got to do our business lives and stuff. I got to get that part too. When you into bigger business, you will over understand a lot of these companies and corporations and big businesses are closing down for a variety of different reasons, whether it's lawsuits, whether it's bankruptcies, whether it's like stuff like this is going to happen when the port, potentially, if the port or they don't reach a agreement of a labor agreement, you just like, that's what they're doing. That's what the situation, the problem, the situation, the problem is, or the situation is. Some multiple beings in multiple areas, or maybe it started in one and it had a trickle down effect, whatever. They said is inadequate compensation of whatever variety, whether it's the benefits, whether it's the benefit package, whether it's the bonus package, whether it's the whatever, the hourly, the whatever. I saw this one broadcast, or a show, or a salute to, I think his name Antoine West on YouTube, where he said it takes 7 days. It takes 7 days to make up one day of the port being shut down. I need you to really let that sink in. It takes 7 days to make up the backed up shipments, the backed up ships, because people are thinking about just the one perspective of the truckers, the delivery drivers, all of it. FedEx, UPS, post office workers, the delivery drivers, all variety of truck drivers, and this is anybody that's somebody that's doing a show, that do YouTubes or do this podcast stuff. They should be talking about this right here. This is what's been going on, other than that celebrity shit, other than all of the other variations. Of distractions that's been going on. Why do you need business knowledge, Cosmic? Why do you need 7 streams of income? Why should you invest your money? Why should you invest in resources? Why should you not live to pay bills? Why do you always say that? Why do you always, you know what I'm saying? It's called being able to make a pivot. Being able to make a intellectual pivot, a financial pivot, a different whatever type of pivot that you need, and being able to give ourselves the space to just not just what do most big companies, they say they have a set aside, they have a safety net, they have a safety net of money or insurance money or other different pots of money. But see, you don't want to go through insurance because that's just different companies and corporations also. This is why group economics is as small as in your group of friends, your homies, your associates, our colleagues, our spiritual buddies, our whatever. We should be circulating our you know what I'm saying, our funds and our resources. Because eventually, if this strike thing closes down, or if the ports or the strike goes on longer after the first, and 2 days is 14 days. For 2 days of it being shut down, it's going to take 14 days or more. And then, like I said, people keep thinking about the one aspect of the ports. Again, you have the stuff that's coming. Again, we know of coming through the supply ships. If they're unable to get to the ports, or if they can get on the ports, it's not going to matter, because eventually they're going to be backed up. The ships are going to be backed up. Shipments are going to be backed up. And this is going to affect everybody as far as your job, your gig, management, all of these different varieties of things it's gonna affect. These are the reasons why, man, this is why people gotta stop waiting such a last minute. We be wanting to have these goddamn intellectual battles over bullshit ass stuff. We should know that it's gotta be something beyond the veil. Whenever they barrage your ass, your intellect, your whatever, pause on homophones, whenever they barrage you with a bunch of shit, you gotta know it's something bigger going on. You gotta know it. And you gotta peep it. You gotta look for that. I guarantee you, this topic is not circulating like the other bullshit that was circulating about all of this other stuff. Whatever variety of stuff, man. The voting stuff, which people are still doing obsolete ass voting. People are still doing that dumb shit and consuming themselves with that. This is why we talk about balance. A lot of people get stuck into the man and woman crap, or ancient history, or the black times, or slaves, or when we were doing something. What's going on right now that's going to affect you right fucking now? Motherfucker want to talk. People want to talk about ancient Egypt. They want to talk about more. They want to talk about all this other stuff. I was reading something earlier to my royal. I said, now let me see who's the major player. Who owns a stake in most of, hold on. I put in China owns what ports, okay? Chinese companies have investments in 31 container seaport. See, then when I say we need to take over industries, this is what I be meaning. This is what Dr. Claude Anderson been talking about. This is what all the powernomics, we need to take over the industry. We need to have our own. If we gonna do the sports shit, have your own league. Take over the industry. Yeah, we should have our own banks, but we should have our own shipping companies. I salute, god damn it. We keep talking about the European. I salute fucking China, god damn it. The chinky eyes. Oh, I ain't joking. I'm talking bad enough about them. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you spread your resources. This is how you infiltrate. You come in, you learn technology, you cut smart deals, you get people, you become people's bank. You feel me? Other people come to you for loans and your other expertise in technology, and you do the shit better. Then you set up hold on. Chinese companies have the seaport terminals in Europe and the Mediterranean as of the end of August, from Greece, Greece in the south of Germany, Sweden, etc. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see what we got. How much real estate does China own in the US? How much real? I want somebody to give me that answer that's watching right now. We want to keep talking all this shit about somebody got some power, man. Huh? Why this group of people look at me like this or treat me like this, or when we work at their beauty supply stores and shit like that? Why? Because god damn it, they own this, they own shit. They own shit. They own shit. And they own the what? The natural shit that the shit sits on. That the material shit sits on. Ain't it, man? Does anyone have the answer that's watching right now? How many acres in the US? This land mass, this corporation that's been open for, that's why we call it a corporation, because it's open for business. And it's not loyal to the what? The patrons, or the fucking straw men, or the goddamn whatever citizens, or the goddamn whatever. They not loyal to their citizens, goddamn it, first, are they? Come on, Shimon with it. So other powers looking at the US or this landmass, like, what the fuck are these dumb motherfuckers doing all of this counterproductive ass shit all these years to their people? Huh? the pollution, the this and that, the blah blah blah. Then let's get down to it. I'm gonna get to that answer in a second. Let's get down to it. How long do we think we was gonna keep being able to do business with different whomever with fake fucking money? With fiat money. And on a higher scale level, not having any ports on their shit. Not having any ports on their soil. Watch this. Hold on. China owns three. I need your brain and I need you to write the motherfucking notes down. I need your brain to fathom. Just fathom in your brain how much 1 acre is, okay? All right? That's a football field without end zones. That's a football field without the end zones. See, too many of us don't see the importance of the vitalness of the land and group and getting your shit in order, your resources in order. That is positioning yourself outside of the city, survivalist stuff, da 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 da. China does, and these other groups do. They own 383,000. Hold on. 383,000. 935 motherfucking acres. Huh? China owns. Can you put it down in the chat for me, please? The home of the what? Huh? What you mean slave labor you out and then do bigger deals with the others? Huh? Not only do deals, position them sweet. 383. Hold on. 383,000, and that's recorded, ain't it? That's recorded. Cause when you buying up that much land, you cutting some side deals. You getting the hookup. What black people, melanated people, copper tone people, call the hookup. While Chinese ownership of U.S. land has been a hot topic, not amongst melanin beings, not amongst copper tone beings. We worrying about ancient Egypt. We worrying about being all of the different groups. We worrying about Jesus and Yahweh and Buddha and sky daddies and shit. We worrying about fucking holiday ass bullshit. Y'all worrying about celebrity shit. Huh? This why these other groups can comfortably do the shit they do and act the way they act and treat motherfuckers the way they treat you, etc., etc. Look at you the way they look, whatever. This shit is about power on the motherfucking, not the nature board or the board, so to speak. On the land. Positioning yourself on the board, which is the fucking land. That's the game board. This shit is real life fucking monopoly. There is no job fucking. Fam, you cannot just be a fucking longshoreman. I need you to hear me and comprehend that. You cannot just apply to be no fucking longshoreman. You got to have special shit going on. Certifications, all type of shit. Crane operators, a bunch of other shit. Huh? Down to the person that's ordering your coffee maker. You know what I mean? We talking about all the way down. We talking about all the way down to the person that's ordering a pack of pens. You feel me? Special pens, or you ordering whatever. All the way up to the big business companies that people depend on the most. And how is my job gonna be affected, Cosmic? If you a fucking delivery driver, a truck driver, at FedEx, UPS, post office, anything that do fucking deliveries to your store, if you a person that's just a stock person, the person in the stock, whatever they call it, stock person, inventory specialist, stock person. If ain't no inventory, the inventory, goddamn it, I mean, there goes the glory. Get out of these bullshit ass distractions off these bullshit ass podcasts and shows that's talking about bull ass shit. I don't give a fuck how people feel about this fucked up ass English ass spell ass language any fucking way. This ain't no, I done said it already. This shit ain't no indigenous goddamn language any damn way. No copper tone, whatever. Indigenous, black, copper tone, original people, whatever you want to say. This ain't no original nothing. What they call the African American, they don't even have no original language, ain't it? That's a whole nother live, ain't it? We getting stuck in, yes, we did a lot of great stuff. Yes, it was a lot of, we invented everything. Yeah. Yeah, it was this black melanin person. Yeah. What does they call that? Black History Month. Yeah. It's every year. It's all year. Oh, that's getting lost in the euphoria. Euphoria could be a distraction also. That's that good old getting lost in memory lane, the good old days, ain't it, man? The good old days when it was fruit trees. It ain't that now, bitch. The good old days when you could buy a home for $5,000, $1,000. That ain't now, motherfucker. We can keep getting lost in all this other bull ass shit, or we gonna see what the fuck is happening right now. And then most people that's in the spiritual whatever, or the, if you want to say conspiracy, or you want to say the black, pink, purple, orange sheep, the whatever, they happy as fuck because people been saying this shit gonna collapse. And how many thousands or hundreds of how many beings? No. But I'm excited for the workers because they goddamn it, what? That's real unity. When you get some shit move, B. When you move and when you get all that, surface level is great. But if you gonna make some real effects, this is how you do it. It's too many Sambo and motherfuckers, even on your job. I don't give a goddamn if it's the simplest job to the most complex, whatever. If it's a group of y'all there, I guarantee you are not gonna be able to get in agreement. 5 motherfuckers to be like, yo, let's do a strike for some better shit. I guarantee you no less 150, 25. Huh? It's hard to have discussions about new ideas, group economics, investing in each other. Oh, here they go talking about that shit again. When all this shit shut the fuck down, your ass gonna be the fuck looking for somebody to tell you some shit then, ain't you? Huh? I've been doing shows. Go check out Conversations with. Let me go see if it's on the YouTube channel right quick, and I'm gonna read this other little stuff real quick. Salute the Unscrambled Minds. I did a show about this shit a few years already. Conversations with Dawson. Let me see if she even have the show even up anymore. You feel me? Because people don't be feeling like shit is significant till the shit is smacking their ass in the goddamn face. Ain't it, man? And then want everybody to have the time to talk and space to talk to your ass then. Now we supposed, like I told y'all, people want to keep sleepwalking and sleepwalking and sleepwalking. Then people supposed to keep having goddamn sympathy for you when shit fuck up and you're not prepared. Motherfuckers wrapped up in everything except the shit that they need to be talking about. Yeah, cause it's talk with, hold on, let me see. Talk with Unscrambled Minds, Dawsonair. All right, talk with Unscrambled Minds with the S, not a Z. Unscramble and Minds, Dawsonair, DULCINEA. And this is, I did it 1 year ago. You know what I'm saying? And and then let me see. I did the joint, let's see, Unscrambled Minds. Let me go on their page. You feel me? Let's see. I talked about the debt clock and all that shit. I went on their show and did a fucking show about it. That's why I say people don't give a fuck. People worrying about some characters, some puppets. You know what I mean? People worrying about puppets and shit. And keep wanting to expose old shit. And we was great back then. We was doing all of this and this and this and this and this. Man, what's going on right now, fam? Damn, what's going on currently other than the surface level bullshit that people want to be consumed with? This is why you come to Cosmic Mind UV. You'll soon see. You been seeing. Y'all been seeing a lot of y'all. You've been knowing. Here it is. Cosmic Minds talks community extreme Stockholm syndrome and the U.S. debt clock on Unscrambled Minds. That shit should have thousands of goddamn viewers. But like I said, so any comments to the two people that's watching, unless you just shadow watching? What's on your brain other than some celebrity shit or some other garbage? You have any opinion on the port shutting down? Potentially? Because they want to keep slaving everybody out with the slave labor? Huh? Ain't it? This should be an encouragement. This should be a highlighting moment for any workers. Again, but you gotta have people that's really, down to do it though. They really gotta be down for the cause, man. You know how it go. Uh-oh, I lost a viewer. Look, they leave, they run. I told you they run. They always run. Oh man, what's the effect on the stock market? Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna just give you the answer that I have. I don't know if it's the simple answer or the technical answer. A lot of that shit is connected to the companies that are owned by these other variety of families, the JP Morgans or the George Soros or the goddamn it what they call the secret societies or whatever. You see what I'm saying? A lot of those companies are in that stock market. You see what I'm saying? And all they doing is really that shit is really just washing money. You see what I'm saying? What they would call legally washing your money. You figure deal me. You see what I'm saying? And being able to not really trace that shit. You see? So, it's going, the ports is going to affect the stock market. It's going to crack a lot of okay. For an investor, it would be great because of course a lot of stocks are going to drop. You see what I'm saying? Certain stocks are going to drop. Certain things are going to be again affected from whatever supplies of whatever. They said car parts. Let me see. You know what? I got something even better for you. Give me a second. Hold on. I got something even better for you. Give me un momento. Hold on. Let me see if it'll pull up. Damn. All right. Hold on. Let me download it real quick. Quick. All right. So when that uploads, then check that out when that uploads. Yeah. Yeah. So as far as the stock market, so that's why again, yeah, it's great to have certain investments in stocks and different things like that, but it's great to have more, like I said, we want to have more natural resources. Um, you know what I'm saying? Natural resources as far as on the land and land ownership. That's what the biggest importance have been. And see, this is why I was saying about, and a lot of people don't cover the gravity of the crippling effects of when they drowned a lot of what they call black towns. That was a huge economic crippling effect, you see, on generations. It's not just the euphoria of that stuff. It's the effects of when it's underwater, they burned it down, they bombed it, they fucking infiltrated the shit, they finessed people, they did whatever. They made up a reason to do the shit. They made up a story to do it. All that shit. And then, like I said, in most of the spiritual private community, they see that this shit is crumbling. Even a lot of the cartoons and shit has been saying it. Hold on, here we go. Let me see if it'll load.
The nation's consumer supply chain faces severe disruptions if dock workers at ports along the East and Gulf Coasts go on strike, and the deadline is quickly approaching. Investigator Tim McNicholas is in Jersey City with the details and the possible fallout.
Work at some of the busiest ports in North America could soon come to a halt.
When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port will lock down.
The union, which represents more than 40,000 longshoremen at 36 ports, including major hubs like Charleston, Houston, and Miami, is demanding wage increases as well as protection from job killing.
See that? So if you someone that's not getting paid anywhere near these type of people, there's no such thing as no fucking job security. Huh? They not even paying the people that are specialists, that are vital to get to keeping the imports and next goddamn ports going. What we got on the comments? Let me see. I like that. I appreciate that, Nick Davies. And then he said, he said that right there. All right, let's get back into the video. What we got?
From job killing automation.
I've been fighting automation for years.
Job killing automation.
I've been fighting automation for years. They destroyed
He's been fighting automation for years. That's what I was saying. They rock people to sleep with the indoctrinated minds, and they rock you to sleep ever so sweet and so slow. And then people like what? Instant fucking gratification. So they've been running with that. Them, they, those. God damn it, you should know who they are. The variety of different entities and beings and families and motherfuckers it is by now.
Workers are threatening to strike if a new labor agreement with shipping companies represented by the United States Maritime Alliance is not reached by October 1st.
All activity in the Port of New York and New Jersey with regards to containerized cargo and automobile cargo will cease.
Each year, more than $200 billion worth of goods, including car parts, construction materials, and produce pass through the Port of New York.
Did y'all hear that? So that's what's gonna be affected. Produce, car parts, etc. That's what's gonna be affected right there. Nick said if you take an inch every day, you'll have a mile at the end of the year. No question, no question. Please share, please share. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you donate, make sure you support. I greatly appreciate it. You see what I mean? Because I mean, goddamn, anybody that's doing the YouTube, the IG, the wherever the people do lives, TikTok, it should be loaded up. It should be loaded up with this topic. He says gas price, but see, we gotta over understand now. We gotta over understand. Most of us been rocked to sleep. Gas prices have been up. This is why we got to do a comparison and contrast when we get into business. Compared to 10 years ago or 20 years ago to now, 5 years ago to now. And you know what I'm saying? Different things of that nature. And again, the bricks, people don't like. Oh man, people don't like to hear about the goddamn bricks, man. The damn bricks. Hold on, let me see if I got a video on that. The damn bricks currency, because this is all right, okay. This is not no light. This is nothing to be just oh well, you know. This is nothing to be just waving off. Let me see. Do I got something on the damn bricks? I got a couple more videos I can throw at y'all about the self-sufficiency thing. Let me see. Let me do this one and this one right here, and then we raise a couple of these. We can watch this one right here while the other ones do whatever they do. Let's see this one.
The International Longshoremen's Association ordering a strike after talks demanding fairer wages hit a standstill. News Nation's Caitlin Becker joins us live from Port Elizabeth, New Jersey. Caitlin, what are we learning here? Major development. Talks demanding fairer wages hit a standstill. News Nation's Caitlin Becker joins us live from Port Elizabeth, New Jersey. Caitlin, what are we learning here? Major developments since the last time we spoke.
And see, it's the head people. It's the port control and different. It's the head people that, or certain supervisor measure. They did you hear the word organize? Did you organize the strike? This is what you got to do with your goddamn jobs. And it cannot just be no one under 5. It's got to be 10 or more. It's got to be enough of an effect on the employee base. It's 100, it's got to be at least 50 or more. Whatever the number of, the total number of employees, attendants, or whatever, it has to be a significant amount.
Caitlin, what are we learning here? Major developments since the last time we spoke.
Yeah, truly, Jesse. I was not expecting to hear this today. We're 36 hours before the deadline, and the ILA sent out a communication announcing that they're absolutely going to strike. They're going to walk off the job when their current contract expires.
There you go. There you go. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the feedback. God damn, I appreciate the feedback. I don't do this for nothing. What does Nipsey Hussle say? We don't do this for nothing. No. I don't want no copyright, y'all. No copyright. You know what I mean?
The fact is,
BRICS versus NATO
Brazil, Russia,
will be
India,
the
China, South
World
Africa.
War
They have not
III.
added
The
United
economic
Arab Emirates.
alliance
They have
cannot
now added Saudi Arabia. They have not added
live
a lot
side.
of other nations, and more
Okay.
nations are pouring in.
You are
to apply
absolutely
to be part of
correct.
BRICS nations. China and Russia have come together. They are now exchanging
Live side by
economic
side
data.
forever.
They are
Ain't that damn
replacing the
something?
U.S. dollar. They are. This is
Ain't
a
that damn
very
something.
real thing that we have never seen
People thought it was
happen.
gonna. We thought it was gonna be
And
peace and
that's why we
harmony and
don't think it's
forever,
possible, and
and
we don't know
we
how
just
to
gonna keep
respond
small
because
talking
we've
our
never
way
experienced
and
this before.
just
Yeah,
keep
our
on being
generation,
distracted
any
and
generation within the
just
last
keep
2, 3,
on
400
just
years, we don't
letting
even
just
know that it's a
crazy
real
ass shit
thing.
go
We still think
on
it's a
and
video game, it's a
stuff that's gonna
movie because we've been so
catastrophically
numb to it. We're like, oh, cool. Let me go
affect
down the street
Will
and
and
use my
all of
dollar.
that, and should be
There will
A strike
all
that could
this is
over.
disrupt, some
happening.
say
Fuck
even
a
cripple
vote.
nearly every
Fuck
part of our
all
economy.
of
At least
that shit. Like
25,000 dock
them
workers in
pot. Look,
14 ports from
they
Texas all the
policies
way to
ain't gonna be able to
Massachusetts could
change
walk off
that
the
when
job
somebody go on
tonight.
strike and shut it
Negotiations
down.
between their
They
union and the
policy,
shipping
their
industry have been
policies aren't gonna
stalled
be
since
able to
back in
change that.
June. A strike could affect
Hold
nearly
on, give me a
half
second.
of
Let me get this
America's
video to
ports.
play. It should be playing. Oh, it
Massachusetts
is
could
playing.
walk off the job tonight.
Okay.
Negotiations between their union and the shipping industry have been stalled since back in June. A strike could affect industry have been stalled since back in June. A strike could affect nearly half of America's ports, leading to shortages of everyday items like pharmaceuticals, produce, fresh meat, cars, you name it, driving up prices across the board. JP Morgan Chase says that a dock strike could cost the American
man, JP Morgan Chase. JP Morgan Chase. Y'all gotta hear the names when they creep them in there. You gotta hear the names when they creep them in there. What I told you about these other groups, them other people, they just families, fam. But just bigger families, whatever. These other groups. So all you the meat eaters, it's gonna affect your meats. Pause, no homo folks. But yeah, it's gonna affect your meats and all that. So I mean, hey.
Cost the American economy about $5 billion every day.
Did you hear what he said? It's gonna cost how much every day? 5 what? 5 what? Man, you lucky I ain't had that whole goddamn video. You lucky I didn't have that whole video, B. It's gonna cost $5 billion every day if it's shut down. I know what he was probably about to say. Every day, man. How do you not make sure the people that's doing all your customs and your customs of goods and all that, make sure they're good and straight?
Saudi Arabia, they have now added a lot of other nations, and more nations are pouring in to apply to be a part of BRICS nations. China and Russia have come together. They are now exchanging economically. They are replacing the U.S. dollar. They are. This is a very real thing that we have never seen happen. Never seen happen. And that's why we don't think it's possible, and we don't know how to respond because we've never experienced this before. Any generation within the last 200, 300, 400 years, we don't even know that it's a real thing. We still think it's a video game, it's a movie because we've been so numb to it. We're like, oh, cool. Let me go down the street and use my dollar.
I fought y'all. I'm outside, so I'll be having these signals. You know, the signals be in and out. But y'all can still hear it. Hold on.
We're like, oh,
I gotta be able to hear it so I can go on to the next
thing.
thing.
There will be a point, and it is happening now. In Nigeria, as a matter of fact, they tried to go to the bank to take money out, and they said, we don't have any money.
Yep.
People who had Bitcoin in certain nations tried to get it out in U.S. dollars. They said,
the creature of Jekyll's Island. Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, man.
The U.S. will always be the number one currency on the planet.
Hold on, wait. You ever read Economical Hitman? You got to get that one. I got to refresh on the Jekyll's Island, though. I do have to refresh on the Jekyll's Island. Y'all see that book right there? The Creature from Jekyll's Island. Y'all make sure if you see this later, make sure you check that audio book or whatever versions, variety they have out now. You know what I'm saying? Please make sure you check that out. And that what is it? Thoughts of something of an economic. Let me see. Hold on, let me go look it up. Let's go look it up. Man, we want that's gonna be affected soon too. We're gonna get into that too. Economic. Confessions. Here it is. It's Confessions of an Economical Hitman. It's called Confessions of an Economical Hitman. That's what it's called. So please make sure you check that out right there. And the creature of Jekyll's Island. Make sure you check that out also. Excellent, excellent, excellent to have feedback. That's what I'm talking about. And we staying on damn topic. Right here. The creature from Jekyll's Island. There you go. Y'all make sure you share, subscribe, donate. Donate to the channel. We need it. We need it. We need to circulate. Circulate. If you find any type of value in this
there's at one point
this presentation.
Stop. You have to be honest about your failing nation, because it's not even yours to begin with. All right, so you gotta be honest about that. So you gotta stop with this nonsense.
Goddamn, circulate, man, circulate. So from the pollution, because I've been I will have to organize it. These are the my bad, y'all. These are the locations potentially. I will have to organize it to do a show about the microplastics and pollution and all that shit. That right there, I mean, goddamn, that's just a whole nother aspect development. Let me load up these couple more videos real quick. Hold on. Here go. Oh, okay. This one's a little. Let me see if this one.
The U.S. dollar is not going to collapse
I can go
the way you think, at
something
least.
real quick.
A lot of people believe the rise of BRICS is absolutely going to destroy the United States dollar, but if you actually look at the underlying mechanisms that are driving the global financial system, the U.S. dollar is heavily tied to almost everything. If you actually look at nearly 60% of global foreign exchange reserves are all United States denominated. Almost half of the debt transactions and contracts are US denominated. And on top of this, almost 80 or like 90% of foreign exchange transactions is US denominated, with at least one leg in the transaction of trillions and trillions of dollars. And on top of this, if you actually look at the non-banking financial institution debt that is offshore and not on the balance sheet, it accounts for almost like $65 trillion, which you can look that up with Bloomberg, okay? And then on top of the 20-something trillion debt that we have, if anything actually happened with a lot of these countries that people believe may default on their loans, this actually might cause the United States dollar to spike. That's why a lot of these analysts, some analysts that are at least
he said, what? How is what is how much is it in debt? That's why I'm like, still functioning that far, owing people people and people, whatever. Hold on.
Some analysts that are at least contrarian believe that it won't collapse the way most people think. Like it's just, they're going to print a ton of money because the total amount of, it's just basic supply and demand. Let me give you an example of this supply and demand in real life. So there's one investment company that I was working with that was actually looking for U.S. investors to help finance a lot of the deals that are taking place in developing countries, primarily Africa. So when these deals take place, they're looking for investors that have a lot of cash, and then they leverage the United States financial system to have these long-term deals and contracts to build resource-based.
Do you hear that? So this is literally step by step what goes on. When we saying circulate your own shit, control your own services, different things of that nature, all of this stupid ass, dumbass gerrymandering and redlining and fucking all of these dumbass mechanisms to keep a certain group of beings in this dumbass. Wait, it's 420. In this dumbass recycled tailspin of bullshit. In this dumbass recycled tailspin of bullshit. Let's keep going.
Any sort of essentially deal in these African economies, and these deals are financed out for sometimes 5, 10, 20 years with specific terms. So depending on what's going on with the Federal Reserve and the economy, as well as the interest rates, certain times.
By the way, real quick, a lot of people will have this negative connotation. To my legally brothers, I already know it's made up, and I know it's. However, let's just play the game. You know what I mean? That most people, you know what I mean. Most people look at debt as terrible. It's how you use the debt. Do you see what I'm saying? And so, depending on our understanding of financial literacy and how vast that is, and different things of that nature, and the beings that we surround ourselves with, as far as different, like he asked me the question about the stock market. If we don't have intellectual beings and spaces that can give you solid answers that you could at least go do a little some more yourself, it's almost pointless. All right, let's keep going.
Sometimes, even if the United States dollar does ever see some sort of turmoil where these countries can't pay it back, there is massive demand taking place for the United States dollar because the massive amount of financial contracts denominated in US debt. So if you actually look at BRICS countries, or even other countries like the Chinese renminbi or all of these other currencies relative to the United States dollar, and not only the amount of financial transactions or forex transactions globally, but if you actually just look at the debt that is actually denominated in US currency, it's going to take a shit ton of money, or there's going to have to be some sort of war. And it's so fascinating to me to believe that if BRICS was to actually become the global currency, it would take quite literally a massive amount of money in order for that to be counterbalanced in terms of the supply and demand curve, because it's not going to happen overnight, and it probably might even take decades, or there's just going to have to be some sort of war, especially if they don't get paid back or they get defaulted on, which will actually in the short term decrease the accessibility of that country, depending on what country it is, to have access to the US credit system, which is then going to decrease the overall supply of the United States dollars because they don't have access to it, or their credit rating isn't as good. And then what's going to happen typically, if it's a big enough country, or if it's an important enough of an event, other investors are going to realize that there's some sort of economic crisis, or there's a liquidity crisis. And typically in times of a liquidity crisis where there's not a lot of cash, or the credit market freezes, you're going to see the United States dollar spike because it is a safe haven, just like the Swiss franc or all these other currencies. And for me, I don't really think that if you just print a shit ton of money, it's gonna be enough, because there's still things like money velocity and how often money is being changed hands in the economy for there to be massive inflation. So essentially, to recap, it is going to take a very long time, or a very, very big event, for there to be a change in the global order of the financial system, just because of supply and demand and how massive the United States dollar system is, especially what you would call the underground or hidden.
Okay, do y'all have any opinion on, hello? Hold on, let me see my mic. All right.
To be
opinion on what was said thus far in that video,
just because of supply and demand.
I mean, what's on your spirit?
The United States dollar system is,
what's hitting your spirit?
What you would call,
what do you think about what he's saying?
Offshore balance sheet,
you know what I mean?
Debt that's taking place, or that's been taking place over the past few decades when it comes to the United States dollar.
The veil,
and it's not just
lifted.
all about the U.S. It is now a global issue. So anytime you see a country that defaults on their debt, oftentimes, even if they do pay back their debt, that actually.
And like I was telling my royal, they just ran the bullshit Ponzi scheme too long. The bullshit Ponzi scheme too long. We allowed certain people to borrow fucking landmass for too long, and they ran this shit into the ground. Too many people cut too many deals, too many side deals, too many all of these extra deals, and that shit has caught up with whomever. And of course, they don't care about what they call the little man or woman. You see what I'm saying? They just look at most beings as collateral damage. You know, a couple people lose their jobs or their livelihoods or shit they've been doing for their whole lives and whatever. You know, oh well. You know what I mean? And you got to think about how billionaires and trillionaires, you know, their board meetings and whatever, secret meetings, board meetings, whatever the fuck they having meetings at, in the forest, the wilderness, in the underground stuff, or wherever they having the meetings at. You have to just kind of think about, yo, like what kind of what kind of things will you be even talking about? Would they even think about the middleman or the little man and all of that other stuff? Or the average person or the average everyday Joe and all of that shit. That's why that the American dream, man, that's why it's a fucking dream. They had to sell people a goddamn, hey, I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that in the alley. I'm your brother, can't you see? Your main boy, you agree. I'm your pusher. That means I'm pimping you, baby. I've been stringing you along for so motherfucking long with all these great soliloquies and all of these great phrases and oh, America's this and that and the person brave the motherfuckers don't even want to look out for their own people that's gonna help keep and then watch this. They importing and exporting what? Most of the stuff is what? GMO shit, fucked up shit. I think in the near future, China still has the upper hand because they go to poor countries and build. We go to poor countries. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that Nick Money? You right on course. You right on course for the source. That's what I'm talking about. You right on course for the source, man. See? And see, that shit does what? A bully does what? Get that ass kicked at some point, ain't it, man? A bully gets that ass kicked at some point, and it is karma season. Not because you got two different karmas. You got good karma and bad karma. So the quote unquote bad side is open season for that right now. It is open season for that right now. That celebrity shit is not fucking important. That voting shit is not fucking important because but what? How is your vote going to affect this right here? Somebody give me the answer. That's why I said they're never gonna flood you with the shit that matters really. Yeah, I put it like this: you have to really be intellectually selective and savvy and really savvy in advance to just be able to maneuver through the minutia propagandic distraction. Just the machine. It's just a propaganda machine. Bunch of damn rituals that motherfuckers got to do at a certain time of season and year, and they do it every season and year. They do that shit every season and year of the every time and space of the season of the fucking year. They do it all the time. So let's stop being surprised by this goofy ass shit. Let's stop being surprised about the purpose, the music that's fucked up on purpose and all. Come on now, that's the purpose of goddamn proper fucking gander. That's the purpose of keeping you a goddamn slave on all levels. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, debt slaves, all that shit. Huh? That's why I go look at the history of the Rockefellers and the JP Morgans and the Black Rocks and all of these different ones, these different groups. You got to go look them up, B. You got to go look up how they came up. You got to go look up how they came up. Huh? You got to go study your goddamn enemy or your potential what do we call workers? Huh? You got to go study your potential slaves, ain't it? Or your potential enemy or your opponent. Huh? Before I enslave you, before I oppress you, before I fuck you up, before I fuck you over, or whatever word we want to use, I have to do what? I'm proud of the damn workers. They tired of the bullshit. Whatever it is. And it's going to be, it is met. What about, people that, and that's another thing. Oh man, what the fuck, man? And I'm not gonna say the medical is not important. It's important to people that don't understand that it's a herb that cures every fucking thing. But I know it's hundreds of thousands people depending on this scheme to keep your ass sick, to keep giving you different rotations of Not even no cures. Because again, they don't get paid to cure your ass continuously. How the money keep coming in if I'm damn curing you? How does the money keep coming in if I cure you? How does my facility stay open if I cure you? If I relieve you, if I get you healthy, if I, you know, whatever. So many people, when you talk about eating holistic lifestyle, vegan, whatever, they get so turned the fuck off by it. But your meat's not gonna be able to be coming in. When it look, I ask people this all the time. If stuff shut down, what you doing? Most people always they have I call it the deflection machine or deflection judo. What you gonna do if something if everything closed down for a week? Do you have enough? You got a month worth of supplies, food, emergency supplies, just different things, at least get you started. Have you formulated your life? I tell people, if you are gonna do houses and mortgage, go get a etymology. I gotta get mine too. An etymology dictionary for this bullshit ass language. Because a mortgage is a dead pledge. So when people go get these dead pledges and shit, anybody that's with a quote unquote a homeowner, and if you paying anything on it, that means you don't own it. And most people don't own the land that they house it on. That's a whole nother lie. People should have generators. Anybody that has a house, a home, paying a mortgage, you should have a backup generator. Just because I don't give a fuck if you don't never run that bitch, only on random ass moments. People ain't prepared or prepped as much as they think, and that they live what I call normal, everyday, cookie cutter matrix lifestyle type shit. Alternative living is like tiny homes, dome homes, bus conversions, shit like that. So the regular stuff is the regular stuff. A lot of people aren't prepared for a shutdown for a 1 or 2 days, no less, a week, and like I said, if people don't understand the gravity of this and the vitalness, the trickle down effects when the stores start getting bad, when the shelves start getting bad. This is what we saying about the shutdown. The store's gonna have to shut down if they're not getting anything to get to serve you. If they're not getting their supplies, they aren't able to get you your supplies. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur. I don't care if you're a spiritual activist. I don't care if you church. I don't care if you're in the Buddha, Christian, Jesus. I don't care what type of little dynamic of indoctrination that you into. We got another comment. What we got? All right, shoot me a little donation. Shoot me a little donation for a lot of the questions now. Just support. I appreciate your support. I hope you already subscribed. I mean, look, man. Again, I tell people like this on anybody. You see what I mean? Any person that's of a high level of popularity, just take what you need and throw the rest away. You see what I mean? Take what you need, throw the rest away. That's it. That's what people have to do with a lot of this stuff. You see what I'm saying? Take what you need, throw the rest away. The stuff that align. That's why people should be so much into their researching and studying or different things or different interactions of intellectual elevation, to where when certain characters or whoever puppets characters or divine beings or people that's real or authentic, then if they're saying certain different messages or different things that's lining up with accurate things that you already know, that you've researched or you've already partaken in, then hey, The rest of that shit, you know, just throw it away. That's why, again, I mostly don't really get into a lot of the popular, most different spaces, and I'm not mad at them. Of course, they're supposed to build their space. They're supposed to build their brand. They're supposed to build their whatever. However, on Cosmic Mind UV, we want to do it with authentic everything. You see what I'm saying? Authenticity on all levels. So yeah, that's my answer for that one. I hope that gave you an answer. You see what I'm saying? So I appreciate the 2 people that tuned in and the people that were shadow watching. But I really, really hope that more people are talking about this on TikTok and the different channels and the different spaces and platforms, man. And this should be of everybody. I don't care what type of level of thinking that you're on. I don't care what you subscribe to. This will affect, and this should be a great wake-up call for a lot of what they call employees and workers. Do a fucking strike. Organize a goddamn strike. Like they used to do back in the days, whenever eras. Organize a goddamn strike. The value is in your labor in most instances. You take that, or your skilled labor, whatever is, whether it's skilled labor or labor, whatever. Certified skilled labor. That's the real value. So this should be a great moment for a lot of people that's sick of their job, or I don't know what to do, or steady job hopping everywhere, which most people should be doing, monetizing their own creative ideas like these big juggernaut companies and shit. But that's a whole nother lie. So Royal Day, peace. And this is it. Any more comments, any more questions, please share, please like, support, subscribe, and donate to the channel, man. $ peace and blessings. Any more questions? So make sure you're keeping up with updates on this major development, because again, it's just, I had to just come on and do a show because it's just like you're going to be bombarded with the minutia of just bullshit. So I appreciate you, Cosmic Mind UV, and we out.